A very good morning, everybody, for Tuesday, the 9th of August. Well, it just doesn't end, does it? The heat is going to continue to build. High pressure definitely over us. I don't want to hear anybody saying it was a rubbish season, because certainly you've had a good summer, that's for sure. Although there's slight hints that towards the later part of this month, just when my comp is at the Junior Nationals, we may see some rain. But isn't that typical? Anyway, over the top of us, a very slack area of high pressure and not really any fronts, fairly just benign. Still pick up a light easterly as we're just towards the southern edge of that, these ice bars, but no real significant weather. And the sort of convection will still keep going really high. Yesterday, I got up to at 6 o'clock in the evening around 7,500 feet QNH, or flight level 70. So absolutely fantastic. And there's talk down the line that could even get higher as we get towards the weekend. The winds closer to the coast, you find them a little bit stronger. In the centre of the country, variable, sort of 5 knots or so. Satellite picture over the UK shows some sort of misty crap burning off in our east. Over us, absolutely nothing, and pretty much nothing across the whole of England and Wales. Looking very nice indeed. Public forecast today showing 27 degrees being the top temperature, and a sort of a more reasonable easterly than we had yesterday, but still not much more than 8 knots or so. Humidity remaining as it was yesterday, and visibility moderate to good. Might see a temperature of 30 degrees in some parts of the south today. I'm hoping it isn't. I'm hoping it's 29 here, and dew points down to 8. But if they are a little bit higher, then we may see the chance of some cumulus. Currently at Lasham, it's hotting up already with 19 degrees and a temperature of 13. And that's the picture outside. Another glorious day in Hampshire. The Larkhill sounding shows we do need about 24 degrees or so to get going. You can see the chance further west of some cumulus. I mean, this obviously Larkhill near Salisbury. Yeah, a little bit more sort of moist at that level. Looking at that, it's somewhere around 4,500 to 5,000 feet, maybe even slightly more, but 24 degrees before that gets going. And I don't think we're going to reach that probably for another sort of 2 hours yet, but after that should be straight convection up to that level. Farm currently reporting easterly at 5, no clouds detected, and 19 degrees, and yeah, reasonably good. Interesting there that it talks about haze. Didn't show that in the public forecast. However, yeah, the chance that there could be some haze, probably to do actually with fires more than anything else at the moment. But yeah, should be okay for most of the day. But there have been big walls of haze around the sky, I've been told. Potential flight distance for today, slightly lower than yesterday, but down out to the west, out to the northwest, still looking reasonable. There was more cumulus yesterday than was predicted on here, so hope, fingers crossed, that happens again. We're looking at the thermal ratio, so reasonable start by 11:30, getting good around here, sort of 4 to 5 knot climbs, and remaining good for most of the day. Some chance that there could be some convergence along the south coast again. The sea air just being kept away by that slight northerly. Just bear in mind that in certain directions, Lasham can actually get what I call estuary air mass, which is where, as you can see, it sort of peters off from the east. It didn't happen yesterday because the winds were light, but you can get an effect from the east here at Lasham. Height of thermals, I don't think quite as high as yesterday, but we're still looking at maybe sort of 3:30 around 2,000 meters to 6,000, 6,500 feet. Don't think you'll get to 7,000 today, but I mean, are we really complaining about that? It's pretty continental, if I'm honest. You can see the degradation in the soaring conditions from the east, so a day not to go too far east, if I'm honest. And Q cloud base. Let's have a look. This showing a fair amount of haze caps during the day. Let's hope that produces a bit more cumulus. Cumulus base, where you do find them, could be in the region of around 7,000 feet. In fact, look at that. Just that's where I was last night. Just north of Moscombe. Yeah, 2,300 meters, so nearly 7,500 feet. Not too much in the way of upper level cloud. We'll just have a look at that. Yeah, not too much. There might be a spattering, but I think if I look outside, can't really see much. So yeah, I think any of it will be negligible, if I'm honest. And let's look at convergence. We like convergence. Let's have a look at convergence. Oh yes, look at that. Very nice. It does look once again at 1 o'clock. That South Coast convergence will set up. From the looks of it, it's decided that it hasn't paid its landing fees at Gatwick, so it's not going there. It might go straight through the Solent zone, but that's looking fantastic later in the day if that plays out to be. You can see the sea air just coming in over at East Anglia as well. As we look slightly as a wider picture, it might be good due north of us. Looks like the day just goes that little bit longer, but anywhere sort of round Cotswolds and up towards Husballs looks reasonable, maybe even to Peterborough. But yeah, staying away from windward coasts is my recommendation for today. Compare that to Top Meteo, check on the right day. You can see the estuary air showing on here, although that actually showing that East Anglia wouldn't be so bad. Let's have a look how it starts. So blue, reasonable blue by sort of lunchtime up to around sort of the 5,500 to 6,000 foot mark. This doesn't show too much in the way of cumulus. I don't think Top Meteo did yesterday either in such great detail. But yeah, peaking in sort of the Salisbury area at around sort of 3 to 4 o'clock. Looking there at 6,000 to 7,000 feet. Very nice indeed. And as we get towards the later part of the afternoon, more chance of cumulus. Not so good along windward coasts. The convergence will be sitting along in the same area. So yeah, not good in the Kent region. But around us, we should be sheltered from it for most of the day. So it shouldn't be a particularly early finish at all. Site forecast. And we are looking at yeah, good reasonable thermals, 3 knots. The core was slightly more, and 6,000 feet peaking today. And just checking that David hasn't written anything else. But yeah, I think good for 400 to 500k. Not another 750 day necessarily, but then we seem to be getting day after day of that recently. So what's not to like about that? Just another great day at Lasham. Let's just have a quick look at NOTAMs. There's quite a lot going on just below the horizon zone. I reckon that's got an article drop at Abingdon, dropping crap out the back of something between 11:30 and 5. That's yeah. Annoyingly, they published a UHF frequency, which is about as useful as a chocolate teapot to us civvies. But yeah, have a chat to Bryce. There will be paragliding going on to the south of that area as well. Check if there's anything else that's been flagged up to me, and it doesn't appear so. All of those areas just to the south are paragliding or article drops. Slightly further afield, Women's World's getting ready. 17, that's paragliders flying around in just on the near Salt Hill Mast. And high radio transmission, I found that yesterday when I flew over it. It got a lot of interference. And 24, that was again just the high radio interference. So on the whole, it's not that bad. It's looking quite reasonable. So operationally, 09. Oh, what's this? That's for tomorrow. Doesn't matter. We're going to be 09 today. 61 of you on the call again, so it looks like we're going to have to grid. Please think very carefully now about if you are carrying lots of water. Make sure you are below the max takeoff weight. I know it's very tempting, but going east in these winds, I can't operate the other way, and you will potentially get close to the trees if you are not in the right place. So if you're carrying ballast, come to the runway. Let's get you away from there. If you're a lighter glider, a sort of Asteer or a Cirrus or ASW20, then that's absolutely fine. As well. And as Serena says, for all the club gliders, we've just got some new batteries. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize if you leave them on all day, they will just go flat. They're not solar powered. So please make sure that you are turning off the batteries. Apologies to be sort of Sermon on the Mount here, but please think very carefully about your use of batteries. But yeah, grid on 09. Don't grid too far forwards, please. Should be with the middle sort of private hanger up on the east end. We'll get some tugs for you, but if you are carrying ballast, really think carefully about A, how much you're carrying, but also B, where you're going to launch from. Please come to the runway. Okay, no jet movements, and it should be a really nice day. So I'll see you on the airfield. Bye for now.